list. And that's all it ever was a list. It was nothing I was put in practice to. So if you're saying you're grateful for your family, how are you showing your family you're grateful? Thanksgiving dinner, we say thanks for the food. Thank you for the food. How do you show gratitude though? Wash your dish. Throw out the garbage. You understand? So I was only thankful for things. I was never grateful for them because I was never putting in action to keep the things I was thankful for. If that makes sense. Anybody else? Action word life lesson. Something you can practice, something you learn.
Tolerance.
Say it again.
Tolerance.
Tolerance. Good. That's a good action. How do you build a tolerance to something? Keep doing it.
Doing it over and over.
So,
Contrary action.
contrary action, 100%. And what about life lesson? Something life has taught you.
Happy people are grateful people.
Happy people are grateful people.
Those who aren't.
All right, man. I'm with it. Anybody else?
Humility.
Humility. How do you practice humility? What does humility look like for you?
I'll tell you what it looks like to me.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to come to you.
My best efforts got me homeless on the streets, broke and hopeless, and through God I've gotten hope, put it in His hands, realized that humility. I had to be humbled to realize that as smart as I think I am, I need to get out the way.
Very good. Who is the other one? What do you got?
Less of me and more of God.
Amen. Humility for me is I'm asking for help because I'm a kid from the street and you don't do that. And then admitting I'm wrong means I'm being humble, right? So
Disgusted and can't be trusted.
say it again.
Busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted.
I love my guy over here. Anybody else? Patience, good.
I think humble to me is just like not feeling better than anybody else.
Very good.
Being open-minded, like to, not thinking that I'm better, like always learning.
Amen.
Not feeling more than, but also not feeling less than either, right? Because a lot of times I'll think I was less than people, right? So I didn't want to be around people because I was less than. I ain't shit, but I ain't nothing either, right? So that's the mindset that I have. Very good. Anybody else?
Self-regulation.
Okay. That's exciting and fun at times.
Fucking tiring.
I'm here dying to self, man. It's a worthy journey,
Cool,
but it's a difficult one.
you get muscular relaxation the further along you get though.
Amen. Well said.
It puts you to sleep though.
Yes, it will.
And then because reacting disproportionate to the circumstances is a response rooted in your response schemas to behavior patterns that you see outside that were reflective of needs that weren't met at between 3 and 6. So whatever needs weren't met there, you get fucked up there, and then that's where emotional dysregulation comes in place, and that's when people do stupid shit. And so now I'm starting to catch that, and now I'm starting to catch it physically, where my body is telling me before my mind catches it, and I'm able to talk through it. But that shit is because I want to just say fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I smoke weed, so I've been trying to not smoke it off, just so I can talk it down
Good
first.
for you.
You know what I'm saying? Just so
Good for
I
you.
can feel like, okay, I got to talk this down. I got to find out, because what it really is I'm reacting to something that happened 10 years ago, and it just kind of feels like what just happened 10 minutes ago. Or they were wearing the same color shirt and had the same hair color as the bitch that did it 5 minutes ago, and that makes me think about 10 years ago, and then I flip, and it's crazy, and it's fun to fix because I can feel it fixing. But damn.
I get it. I get it. I'm with
Because
you.
every other time you just get high and go find people that just get high and forget about it.
Yeah.
Get high and ignore it, get high and ignore it, get high and ignore it, get high and ignore it. That's all I would do. Someone would just, stick some weed in my mouth, or I go get some meth or something, and then I would calm right down.
Yeah.
And that would be my fix.
Until the next time.
Now, 19 months into recovery, I can't.
Good for you.
I can't do more meth. I can't. I'm not gonna do that. So what else is gonna work is me catching it earlier, so I don't.
I'm with you. My whole thing is not about preventing stuff because I can't prevent everything. I tell you guys all the time, my recovery technique is to counterpunch.
Yeah.
I allow life to happen. And now I counter punch different. I can't prevent me from ever getting frustrated ever again. I can't prevent my past from coming back into the present. I can't prevent these things. I spent so much energy, trust me, trying to. And I would get so discouraged when I couldn't prevent it. And then I would have no energy to fight at that moment because I wasted all my energy on trying to prevent the inevitable. I cannot prevent me from showing up. I just can't. So now my recovery technique is how am I going to counterpunch me when I show up? Same thing that you're saying. Because the definition of relapse, anybody remember? Does anybody know the definition of relapse? Definition of relapse means the deterioration of improvement, not the use of the drug or the drink. The use of the drug or the drink is a result of our addiction, not the relapse. There's so much that has to happen before I use. So therefore, using is what? A result of something.
It's an answer.
Yes, it's a solution. So now I had to study my past to see all the things I do prior to me picking up the drug. Relapse is a part of recovery. The use isn't, because look what he's doing and what I'm doing. We're catching the relapse sooner, so we're becoming stronger in our recovery because of the relapse. The relapse is not the use of the drug or the drink. If you don't make your bed up for 2-3 days, that's a relapse. If you're not showing up to your groups, that's a relapse. If you ain't cleaning up after yourself, that's a relapse. Think of all the little things that happens in your life when you're sober before you use.
Amen.
The use of the drug or the drink is not the problem. The problem is what we're doing and what we're not doing that's allowing the drug and the drink to keep coming back into our lives. I don't know where they came up with that relapse use of drug or drink. Look how that shit used to fuck me up. Anybody have their life start going in a downward spiral but think you're Gucci because you haven't used yet? We're already fucked at that point. Just because we didn't use doesn't mean we're fucked. It's coming. It's coming. Because I thought relapse was the use of the drug or the drink, and my whole recovery became about not using. My recovery today really has nothing to do with not using. I already went past that point. How long is your life going to be just about not using drugs? You're going to be thinking about doing drugs for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
If your life is about not using drugs. Because my life didn't get fucked up because of the drugs. The drugs helped out. My life was fucked up before the drugs because that's
About
why
living life different.
living life differently. How do you live life differently? Just learn how you've been living it wrong. Are we studying our past? Very good. Anybody else? All right, my name is Mike. My action word is the same every single day. That's transparency. Reason being, secrets are like anchors on a boat. What does an anchor do for the boat? Holds it in place. The secrets I'm talking about are your thoughts, your feelings, and what you're going through. Keep your thoughts a secret. They're going to destroy you. You're going to isolate. Keep your feelings a secret. Your feelings are going to consume you while you isolate. And if you're not asking for help, now you're just going to go right back off the reservation because nobody's helping you and you think now you're hopeless. All because I kept my thoughts a secret, my feelings a secret, and what I'm going through a secret. So what I want to talk about today is the difference between these two. Not saying one is bad and one is good. They're both good, but there's a huge difference between the two. And what used to fuck me up in my mind was always focused on this. Motivation. We're going to break down the difference between the two. Anybody want to take a jab? What do you think the difference might be between the two?
I think that motivation is probably more like a feeling, and then determination is like an action.
Right.
Very good. Very good. What do you got?
Motivation is something external. Determination is internal.
Very good. Very good. Anybody else? So I'm going to give you some life lessons. Action is the foundation key to all success, right? Where are we at? Focus on being productive instead of busy. That's going to be the second group. The second group, we're going to do the difference between being busy and being productive. But first, we want to do this one, and you'll see how it leads into it. Efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things.
Say that one more time.
I am. Efficiency is how good I could do it. Effectiveness is what I'm doing is actually doing something. So we could be good at something that's not effective for us right now. For instance, you could be really good at complaining. Really effective at it too. You could really cause some problems around you. But how effective is it with us moving forward, right? So, difference between motivation and determination. Motivation is all why, right? This is why I never tell people don't do this for your kids, don't do it for the job. Do it for your kids. Have your why be whatever you want. My whys are always changing. Always changing. Determination, though, is the how. Your kids can motivate you at times. Your job can motivate you at times to get the work done. Your kids ain't going to keep you clean. Your job ain't going to keep you clean. Your fucking freedom ain't even going to keep you clean. How many of us went to jail? I actually maxed out a few times because I didn't want to do parole and have to give urines. So you know what? Max me the fuck out so when I get out I can just get high. You know what I'm saying? The how, though, has to be you. It has to be you that's going to get the work done. That's going to be determination, right? So motivation is the why behind an action. The why behind it. The key difference is that motivation is the why behind action, providing a reason to do something, while determination is the spark that ignites the desire to take action, often stemming from internal feelings and values. Values, internal feelings. This is external. So the best way I like to describe this, right? I like to jog, right? Music, external, motivates me to run. If I don't have music, I don't run. So what that means is I am not determined to run. I only want to run when I have music. Stay with me for a second. How many of us need motivation to get the fucking work done every day? Yeah. So that means we're only doing things when we feel good. Do some of the things you hate so you can do some of the things you love. If people wait till they feel like doing shit to do shit, nothing will ever get done. Yeah. Ever. So, motivation is a push. What are some things that motivate you? Give me some things that motivate you. Kids, money. Money is a motivation. Happiness, good. What? Your past, very good. The past was going to be more on that. It's more eternal, but very good. They do both, very good. Anybody? What? Freedom, good. Recreation, very good. So when I'm looking for motivation, I'm looking for something from the outside to give me a push to do the work. Look how I fucked myself up. What happens when you don't find motivation?
You're not motivated.
You get demotivated. So by searching for motivation and not finding it, I actually create procrastination because of it. Because now I'm going to wait until I feel like doing something to do it. So therefore, I'm not earning anything. Doing things when you like to do them, you're really not earning anything. Being nice to people that are nice to you are easy. How nice are you to people who aren't nice to you? That's where Jesus gets his recognition.
Yes.
It's easy to do things when my mental health is good. It's harder when it's starting to deteriorate. So if we're looking for motivation every time it gets difficult, and you don't find it, and you're not pushing through the difficulty, you're not growing. You're not growing in any area. Teeth, babies' teeth, when they're growing in, they're teething. They're going through what? Pain. If they don't grow teeth, if we don't grow teeth, we can't eat food. You're not going to grow. So the pain that we're going through is trying to grow something inside of us. So motivation is a push, where determination is a pull. Determination is a pull, all right? So we're going to go real quick, some quick...
So that's going to be like your fear of loss and shit.
Yes, yeah. You could pick a million We could pick a million different things for it. All right. So, motivation is something that pushes you from behind. Determination is that pulls you and draws you towards something. Motivation is always connected. Encouragement. When we're looking for motivation, we're looking for encouragement, right? Motivation is always connected to effort. So I want to stay here for a second. Do you think we're motivated for the drugs, or do you think we're determined for the drugs?
Both.
Both? Very good. Which one you think is more prevalent, though?
Motivation.
Motivation, okay. Anybody else?
I mean, I think it'd be either or.
If motivation, right, is encouragement and effort, when I'm on the floor withdrawing and sick, I ain't finding no motivation to get up off the floor.
Determination.
I'm determined. Why? When you're determined for something, the work doesn't fucking matter. The results matter. Anybody ever fucking walk a mile in the blizzard for a dime bag?
Hell yeah.
That's not motivation. That's determination.
Hell yeah.
So then when I get the drug, external, right? The drug is not in me. The drug is outside of me. I got to take the drug before it comes in me. So therefore it's external. After the drug is in my body, now I'm motivated to go to work. Now I'm motivated to clean my apartment. Now I'm motivated to do something. So stay with me. Determination creates motivation. So I have a little formula that I came up with that helps me create motivation. Self-discipline leads to good habits. Good habits will lead to consistency. Consistency leads to progress. Progress makes me happy. When I'm happy, I'm motivated. I could use pain to motivate me, but I'm most motivated when I'm happy. So discipline leads to good habits. Good habits leads to consistency. Consistency leads to progress. Progress leads to happiness. Happiness leads to motivation. So when I don't have motivation, I must stay disciplined. I must stay disciplined. So look, if you're determined to get your life together, you will create moments of motivation. A chip, a coin, a job, a relationship, a car, an apartment. Those are all external factors that when we get them, motivates us. Motivation is instant gratification. That's why we're searching for motivation, because we don't have to do the work to get us to do the work. We're finding something else to come into our lives to get us to do the work. Instantly. It's not just the drugs that we love that give us instant gratification. It's what people say. So we only want to hear certain shit out of certain people's mouth because we want to feel great in the moment. Motivation is just like the drug. If you are searching for motivation, it's like you're searching for the drug. You're searching for I'm not saying that this is bad. What I'm saying is this cannot be the mindset, though. This has to be something that you create in your life because you're determined. So that means values. So let's stay with it. So this has to deal with effort. So what I'm saying when I need motivation is that the work is becoming too difficult. The work's becoming too difficult. What that means is that I took my eyes off the prize. I'm not worried about results. I'm worrying about right now.
Gratification.
Gratification. Shaolin Master gave the 5 hindrances of life. Does anybody know what a hindrance is?
Something that impedes you from growing.
Something that stops you from growing. One of the hindrances that he said that really caught my attention is sensual desire. Does anybody know what sensual desire is? What does it sound like?
Lust.
Gratification of the senses.
Okay.
We are supposed to question even when we're happy. Because your happiness can hinder you. Just like your sadness can hinder you.
Not all happiness is good.
Not all glitter is gold.
Yeah.
And the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You should be questioning why you like the music you're listening to right now. You should be questioning why you like certain things in your life right now, because you might have no idea that it's leading you back to fucking hell. But because we like the feeling of it, we negate the fact that it could also sabotage us in the future. I love the way drugs felt. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
I love the way they felt.
Hell yeah.
Look where the fuck that shit took me though.
Yeah.
Because it felt good. Question why you like what you like, and question why you don't like what you don't like. Because both can be hindering us. Not just your depression. Your excitement can hinder you. My excitement at times makes me take my eyes off of shit in my life and only focus on that one thing. I'm so excited about this opportunity, so I'm not paying attention to other shit. We need to question ourselves, but not doubt ourselves. What do you think that sounds like? Question, but don't doubt. What do you think that sounds like?
I feel like questioning is like seeking knowledge about something, but doubting you just don't even give it a chance.
Very good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Contemporary investigation.
Okay, very good. Very good. So I question God. I don't doubt God. I question my motives. Yo, Micah, you really doing this for the right thing, for the right reasons. When I find out that maybe I wasn't doing it for the right reasons, I do not doubt my ability to make it better.
Doubt leads to a lack of acceptance.
Yes, it does.
If you doubt something, you're not accepting the truth of it.
If you're doubting something, you're not leaving no room for creativity, and you're not leaving any room for opportunity.
You close your mind.
You close your mind. So question yourself, and then when you find out that maybe you've been fooling yourself, don't doubt the ability to make it better.
And being
That
happy sure will make you lie to yourself.
Yes, it will. And that's why I never wanted to question myself. The reason I didn't want to question myself is because when I found out I was doing the wrong thing, I never believed in myself to be better. So if I don't question myself, I don't have to worry about doubting myself. Question. Don't doubt. Question God. Yo, God, where you at? Is you sure this is your plan? Don't doubt, though, that he got your back. Regardless of where you at right now. Because if I'm doubting, the Bible's very specific. Do not pray and be double-minded. With one foot in and one foot out the door, God can't do nothing for you if you're doing that. So if you're going to pray, you got to believe that God got your back. Do I lose my faith at times? Yes, I do. And that's what faith is. Faith is in the belief in something unseen. How am I going to believe in something that's unseen all the time?
The devil owns the thing.
Do you understand that you do not need faith when you're in heaven? The reason you don't need faith in heaven is God is no longer unseen when you go to heaven. You're with him. You're with Jesus. You're seeing God. So faith is only us to get us there. God knows that our faith is going to be tested. And he knows at times. That's why he tells us all you need is a mustard seed. All you need is just a little bit. What was that song with 50 Cent? Just a little bit? All you need is just a little bit with God. Because when you draw close to him, he draws close to you. There's a scripture. If you could be trusted with a little, you could be trusted with a lot.
Yeah.
Those who can't be trusted with a little are dishonest with a lot. So if you guys want more money, what are you doing with the little bit of money right now? What are you showing God with the little bit you have right now to think that he's going to give you more? Are you showing him that you're doing the right thing with the little bit of freedom, with the little bit of you got? Are we complaining that we don't have much? Or are we grateful for the little bit we got? You think God's going to give you a Ferrari when you can't even take care of the 89 Honda?
I'd rather have the 89 Honda.
There you go. What I'm saying is if you want more of something in your life, that means you only have a little bit of it right now. That's why you want more of it. What are you doing with the little bit to show God that you deserve more of it? So, effort is motivation. Determination has to deal with vision. You guys are always hearing me talk about vision. Your vision has to be vivid enough where you could stay determined when you're not motivated.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Your vision has to be vivid enough, specific enough, in order for me to stay determined when I'm not motivated. In order to get me to do the work when I don't feel like doing the work, the vision of what I want has to be greater than what I'm going through.
Pray for specifics.
So if right now what you're going through is greater than what you want, you need to start focusing on why you want what you want so bad, to take your mind off the present a little bit and actually put it in the future. I know people say you gotta live in the moment, but when my moment sucks, my future hope has to get me through my sucky moment. So I get that people say live in the moment. I get that shit. But sometimes the moment ain't fucking good for me. So I don't want to live in that shitty moment, but I have to. So how do I stay determined in the shitty moments? The vision of what I want tomorrow is greater than what I'm going through today. Hope. Future hope. That's that book? There you go. So, this is connected to effort. This is connected to vision. Where we at? This is always due to tension. Think about when you're looking for motivation. What's going on in your life because you're looking for motivation? Shit might not be going the way you want. Motivation is always something we're looking for when there's tension or setback or resistance in our lives. Because there's a setback, we want something else to come into our lives to combat it rather than us just get through it.
We want it right now.
Say it again?
We want it right now.
And we want it right now, right? So this has to deal with tension. Listen, determination. Determination comes and only comes when we're relaxed. Active addiction was a full-time job. I spent 20 years at that company, right? I spent 20 years at that company. 12 years on methadone, 120 milligrams. Active addiction was a job, 24/7. What happens when people retire, though? What kind of life do they live?
They can't.
If they're smart.
Sometimes they
If they're smart 40 years before they retire, they be living fucking lives.
Living lavishly. They relax, they try new hobbies, they do new things, they explore, they actually take breaks.
Minor things in life.
I believe recovery should be approached like retirement and not a job. You should not look at recovery as a job. Because if you look for it as a job and the paycheck ain't paying for the work, you're going to fucking quit the job. You're going to quit the job just like I did. Because it wasn't paying the way I wanted to pay. I'm already paid. I'm in retirement now. Recovery, you should be able to relax right now. Why ain't we relaxing? Why are we boom, boom? No, that's active addiction. Recovery, and we'll get into the next group, is about being productive, not busy. And there's a huge difference between the two. So motivation is always attached to effort because of tension. Determination, we're able to be relaxed because of our vision. Yeah, shit ain't going the way I want it, but don't worry about it. It's going to happen, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when now in my life. It's not if I'm going to get this shit. No, it's when am I going to get it. So I'm going to keep going until I get it. I am not doubting the fact that I can't get the things I want. I have to produce habits first before I get the things I want. If you want your own business, you better learn what it is to be a business owner before you open that business. You better be waking up in the morning and being a leader and a boss before you open the doors to your business. How many people open up a business and think they can wing it when they open it? How many of us thought we could just wing recovery once we leave treatment and not have to do the work while we're in recovery? Or I know I did. Shit, I was breaking up weed on every completion letter after leaving treatment facilities. Breaking up, laughing at the treatment facility, but I was the fucking joke. Not the treatment facility. I was the joke. I would leave the same person that walked in, just no drugs in my system. Same person though. Why? Because as soon as I left, I went right back to being that person. So, motivation is the energy to pursue, where determination is what lights your fire. Motivation is when you believe you should do something. Determination is when you feel good about doing something. Let's stay there for a second. You don't have to like something to appreciate it. Do not have to like something to appreciate it. I changed my mindset because I succeeded at failing treatment 29 times, if I say it like that. My last time into treatment, I changed my mindset. Treatment used to be a result of my bad behavior. I was going to treatment because I was a drug addict. That was always my mindset. It might as well have been jail. I walked into treatment like it was jail. Right? I changed my mindset. Treatment the last time became an opportunity to get better, not a result of my behavior. So when I walked in and people weren't doing things for me, that was an opportunity to learn how to do the shit for myself. When the food sucks, it was an opportunity to make sure when I get out, I cook my own fucking food. People pushing my buttons was an opportunity to learn how to deal with people I'm probably never gonna fucking see again, so I could deal with all the motherfuckers I'm about to walk into. Everything was an opportunity. Every no became something that I had to learn how to do myself. Every no showed me how much I want something. Because if you said no and I gave up on it, I didn't really fucking want it. Everything's an opportunity in my life right now. Since I walked into everything, every person that does me over, fucks me over, is an opportunity to give them grace and mercy. Every person that helps me is an opportunity for me to help somebody else. Every mistake is an opportunity to get better. Every part of my success is an opportunity to grow even more on it.
There's a Bible verse on that. What is it? Something about praying for and blessing your enemies. And
There is one. We'll look for it. I don't know it offhand. I'm not
You
great.
heap coals of fire on their head.
What?
When you pray for your enemies, you heap coals of fire.
Yes, yes, that's for sure.
Good job, again.
But yeah, we'll look for it. But good. So, motivation is when you believe you should do something. So you wake up and you're like, yo, I gotta go get this shit done today. I gotta go to the DMV, whatever the fuck it is. I don't feel like doing it. So I need motivation now. I need motivation to go get it because I think I should do it. Rather than feel good about going to get your driver's license. Even though I feel like shit, I feel good about getting it. Last night I had a fucking wicked headache. Wicked. Up all night. Wicked fucking headache. And when I'm having the headache, I'm doing the Tylenol, we're doing all the remedy shit, right? I got the ice on my head, all this type of shit. In the middle of it, I find myself actually happy from when this headache eventually goes away while I'm feeling the pain of the headache. I'm looking forward to when the pain is going to be over rather than sitting in the pain of the headache and complaining that my fucking head hurts. My mind, I didn't do it on purpose, I didn't do it knowingly. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, I'm actually thinking about when this is gone while it's actually beating me up. So are you thinking about how it's going to feel when you get through your pain and succeed? Or are you allowing your pain to have the moment and the feeling destroy you? How forward are you looking when your moment sucks? Or are you allowing the moment to be what it's going to be for the rest of your life? Your current circumstance is not your final destination. What you're going through today, 30 days from now, you might not even be going through. You might even be going through it a day from now. So,
Can I say something about the wisdom teeth?
wisdom tooth? Go ahead.
Because they grow sideways.
I was talking about just the regular set of teeth, but talk about wisdom. Go ahead.
They pull out your wisdom teeth to cement your pineal gland because that actually puts pressure on your third eye.
Okay?
They don't want that open. So they calcify that with fluoride and everything else. And that's why they pull out your wisdom teeth, because they grow sideways and the pain actually causes it to open up. It's the weirdest thing I've
That
ever
is the
heard.
weirdest thing. I heard, when you said that, I heard a quote yesterday or the day before. Stop, what was it? Stop having your wishbone be where your backbone should be.
Damn.
Yeah, when I heard that shit, I was like, yo, that shit is fire.
That's fucking cool.
Our backbone needs to be where you making wishes
How
right
do you
now.
say that in Latin? That'd be a dope Latin.
I don't know. I'm lucky if I say it in English. You know
Shit,
what I'm saying?
that's cool.
But don't allow your wishbone to be where your backbone should be. And that shit was deep. But you made me think of it when you said wisdom too. So see, look, iron sharpens iron. So motivation is short-lived. You get that 30-day chip. You're motivated now the next couple days, right? You feel good. Get to 34 days. How much is that 30-day chip doing for you? Not much. You get the new job. You love the new job the first couple weeks. You're motivated to go to work until a month in, and now you're not motivated no more.
Now it's routine. It's not
So what I'm saying is motivation is short-lived. I'm not saying don't search for it. What I'm saying is it should not be the focus of the mindset to be motivated to do shit. The longer we stay determined, the more motivation you get in your life, meaning accolades and accomplishments, right? So it's short-term where determination is the bigger picture. So this is the big one. Motivation is you can, you will. For instance, I'm what's considered at times to be the motivational speaker. People consider me a motivational speaker. When I speak, I'm pretty sure that you start getting this. I'm pretty sure. Determination, no. I can, I will, rather than you can, you will. So motivation, when you're seeking motivation, you're seeking something to tell you that you can do it. An outside factor telling you you can do it. When I do not find motivation, I must, I can, I will. Because we are determined for the drugs. You are not motivated for the drug. Because if you were motivated for the drug, you would only get the drug when you're feeling good. When you feel like it. I didn't always feel like doing the shit I had to do to get the drug. I'm telling you that right now. Did not. A lot of my no's became yeses. A lot of my nevers were line drawn in sand.
Yet.
All the yets you're entitled to, right? So staying with it. Where we at? Motivation is the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. The general desire, determination, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something. The process of being mentally stimulated. What's going to stimulate our mind? Our vision. What creates a vision? Communication. How are you communicating with the future you right now? How are you communicating with the future you? What's the conversation like? What are you doing today for the future you? What opportunities are you creating today for the future you? Because that's my job. My job is to create opportunities for me tomorrow. My job is not for me to get the opportunity today. My job is to create the opportunity. Every day I wake up trying to create opportunities. Do you understand that success comes to those who aren't looking for it?
usually.
I get opportunities one after the other now. I got to the point where I'm like, yo, God, chill out, bro. Like, chill for a second. Like, this is overwhelming. Because I'm always doing something every day to create some sort of I don't know what the opportunity is, but I know I'm going to show up to the things I got to show up to. I know if someone curses me out, I'm not cursing them back. I know I'm going to do something today that will create an opportunity in the future. All right? Staying with it. So motivation pushes us from behind while determination pulls us. Motivation is connected to effort, whereas determination is connected to passion. Motivation is encouragement. Determination is vision. Motivation is you can do it. Inspiration is I could do it. One of the huge differences right now between the two. Where are we at? Right here. So motivation is a force. It's a force. Something's coming into my life and forcing. But look at this. Look at determination. Determination is not a force. Determination is a quality. So let's stay there for a second. A quality. Listen to this. Qualities that will help someone stay determined. Qualities. Resilience. Strong work ethic, focused on goals, perseverance, discipline, and purpose, and the ability to bounce back. Those are qualities. So these are things that what? It's a process to build. So if we want to stay determined, you must learn resilience. You must practice resilience if you want to stay determined. Strong work ethic. You must stay focused on your goals. In order to stay determined, I must keep the eye on the prize. When I don't have my eye on the prize, you know where my eyes usually are? My eyes are usually on the work. So since I take the eyes off the prize and I put it to work, I now need motivation because I need more effort. If I don't find motivation, I don't put in the effort. If I don't put in the effort, I'm not earning it. If I'm not earning it, I don't value it. And if I don't value it, I'm not keeping it. Plain and simple. Determination over motivation. So when you find yourself, I need motivation, you need to stop yourself and say, no, I need to stay determined right now until motivation finds me. You're going to be able to find motivation at times. You cannot rely on it, though. It's not reliable. Something that's so short-lived cannot be reliable. Cannot be. All right? So it's a quality. It's a quality that helps us succeed. Whereas motivation is a force, motivation is a condition. Condition of being eager. Condition of being eager to do the work. That is not a place that we want to have to rely on. Because I am never always in a condition that's eager to do the work. I don't know about you. There's some difficult phone calls sometimes that we got to make that I'm not eager to make. I'm not a big guy with conflict. I'm telling you that right now. My way to solve conflict in the past was a lot different than how I need to solve conflict today. Conflict resolution is still something that I am working on and I'm not great at. I'd rather lie to somebody and tell them that they're doing good than sometimes tell them that they're fucking up. And I'm still like that with some people. So I have to learn better conflict resolution, right? Because if I don't, my communication is going to suck. It's something that I need to work on, right? So it's the quality, right? So it's the condition of being eager to do the work. You're not always going to be in the condition to want to do the work. Whereas determination is the act of officially deciding something. Have you officially decided that it's non-negotiable? Certain things in your life. What are some things that are non-negotiable for you in your life?
Staying married.
What?
Staying married.
Staying married is non-negotiable?
Non-negotiable.
Staying married to the person that you're married to or married in general? Married to the person that you're married to. Okay, good. Anybody else? What are some things that are non-negotiable? Say that. Your sobriety, good.
My faith.
Your faith, good. Anybody else? What are some things that are non-negotiable for you?
Employment,
What do you mean by that?
a job, income,
So you have to have a job.
have income.
That's what I mean. Okay, good.
Non-negotiable to have income.
Your boundaries are non-negotiable, good. What I learned boundaries for me, what made it easier, because they're very difficult to uphold.
Yeah, they are.
My boundaries today is about protecting my energy more than anything.
Good. I like that.
I just protect my energy in the moment. That's my boundary. To say never to allow someone in my life again, that's a difficult one for me because I don't know if I could, but I could always protect my energy from somebody. It's easier for me to maintain, protect my energy. If we're having a conversation that's not good, or I tell people, let's come back to this conversation later. You know what I'm saying? That's protecting my energy. That's a boundary. You gotta protect your energy, because if someone takes your energy, you're gonna be really pissed off with them. And once you get pissed off with them, they now change your energy.
Yeah.
And now your energy is gonna fuck your life up. But yet you're gonna blame the person that fucked your energy up though.
Yep.
That's my goal. Like, I have always lived about matching energies. Like, you go ahead and decide how we're both gonna act today.
There you
It's
go.
gonna be because I'm gonna go off how you will go off. But that is weak. Really? It's weak as fuck. Like, I should not be letting my energy destroy mine.
No, but it's human though.
It is, but I feel
Especially if you're an empath.
I feel like, God, tell me about it.
Yeah. Empathy's a great thing to have, and it's also sometimes...
I can literally put myself in your shoes, but it will fuck me up.
Yeah. Yes. So motivation is the wood that you throw into the fire. Look at motivation as wood to throw into the fire. So therefore, a fire must exist first before I could throw wood into it. We have to find that internal fire. What is it about this time that must be different, has to be different, and will be different?
Oh, connection with God.
There you go. Your fire has to get lit right now. If you don't have one, start thinking of a vision. Dream bigger than everybody around you. Dream to the point where people think you're fucking crazy. Because now you're actually dreaming. Most people are afraid to dream of the impossible. But I believe in an impossible God. And scripture says with man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. I'm living an impossible life right now. Because I believe it to be so. What's going to be different for you this time? Where's the fire this time?
Bill W. said,
Check your
I was
tabs.
catapulted to the fourth dimension, and I
Yeah, read them.
received the wildest dreams. Said something about the wildest dreams, like I could never have even imagine with my sobriety that.
Yeah, beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah, the scripture has in Romans, we did my sermon. I consider it. What was it? Basically, there's no point of comparing current circumstances to future glory, because the glory that awaits us, that will be revealed to us, is way greater than your suffering.
He says that's when she forgets about the labor pains.
Yes. So if something needs to be revealed, understand, Jesus is within inside of us. His love needs to be revealed to us. When something needs to be revealed, the pen is behind my hand. In order to reveal this marker, what must I do? Move my hand down. The pen was present even though you couldn't see it though. That's what revealed means. You already have it. You already have everything you've ever wanted. It's already inside of you. It needs to get revealed. The only way it gets revealed is if you read and you practice and you go to service and you do the things. God cannot reveal things if we are not obedient. We will not get an opportunity to be obedient unless we fucking suffer. It's easy for me to be obedient when everything's going my way. Easy for me to do the right thing when everything's going right in my life. God wants to see what happens when things start not going your way. How obedient are you then? Because then that's when the prosperity comes. If you know the book of Job, he stood obedient. He had no idea what was happening to him. Anybody else not know why they go through shit sometimes? Yeah. Job didn't complain. Job gave God his glory in it though.
Do you think hopelessness is a mental illness or a spiritual illness?
Hopelessness to me, I think, would be spiritual. To me, my spirit dictates my mental because I'm on a spiritual journey in life now, right? So if my mental ain't right, that because my spiritual walk is off right now.
Your spiritual can also tell you how to perceive your mental.
Yes. Our spiritual becomes our perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perspective is your vision, how you see shit. Perception is how you understand shit. My eyes are always what's making me understand shit. If I don't have the eyes and the ears of the spirit, my perception is that things are happening to me. When I have the eyes and ears of the spirit, the perception is I'm going to get God his glory in this now. Perception is understanding. Perspective is your vision, how you see it. So if you are not understanding things correctly right now, it's because you're seeing them wrong.
That's why the Four Agreements talks about not taking things personally. You have to think of things
Yes.
from the other person's perspective. And even if you can't understand their perspective, you're supposed to allow yourself the peace to understand that someone else's perspective isn't for you to understand.
Yeah? True wisdom is going to be able to be acquired when you could take other people's perspectives and just at least listen to them. You don't have to adapt them. You should be asking other people about their perspectives. Yo, I'm going through this. How do you see this? You don't got to take what they said and follow it. But you know what? A lot of times when I'm talking to someone, they'll say A and I'll think of B. and B, or be what I need to know in order to get through it.
And it had-
But they didn't tell me B.
Yeah, you didn't ask about that.
I didn't ask for
You
it.
didn't ask about
So you gotta, conversations
Yeah.
to me is the best way to learn. I love,
Alphabet though before the fucking day's over with, dude. Everybody sees shit so different.
Fuck
but that's what I'm saying.
Keep asking motherfuckers what they think. Like that would fog my mind so.
Really? You don't have to adapt it though.
Yes, but like then that make it overwhelms me.
You can
with
get
all
and
these
you can
Okay.
you can get indecision
perspectives
too.
of like, what do you? How do? Like, and I start questioning how if I'm seeing it. You know what I mean?
And maybe that's what we need to do though. Maybe we need to question how we see things. Maybe how I'm seeing them is the reason why I keep ending up where I'm ending up. So in the Bible, it talks about my perspective, and I tell it to you, and it bothers you. What that actually says is whatever you believe, you really don't believe. If my perspective was able to get you so upset. So now you crushed my belief system. So instead of me looking for the right belief system, I want to argue with you now. See what the enemy does?
But really, I'm arguing. I'll do that. Like,
Okay.
I play that tape, and that's exactly what I do. But I really will start arguing with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking wrong? Am I crazy?
Constantly.
Question, don't doubt.
That's what
And,
you really.
and that's what makes me dig.
Yes. So question, don't doubt. I question myself all the time. I just don't doubt the ability to learn how to get it right eventually.
Yeah.
That's, if I can, that's a
Yeah.
lot of that self-parenting and that regulation work that I've been doing so much of. When I say that shit, I'm not fucking playing. If you look up shadow work or
Shadow
inner-
work
inner
is, yeah,
child
good work.
or self-regulation, it's all the same fucking thing. CPST, you know, anyone with a fucked up childhood, but that's what they talk about.
Yeah.
And then I used to cuss myself out and say the exact same shit my parents would say to me. When I'd be mad at myself, I'd be like, why am I so mad? Go, just stop. You shouldn't be mad. And I don't do that anymore. Just
Good.
the last like 3-4 months, I stopped. And I'm like, well, why are you mad? What happened? Should you be mad?
There you go.
What about them? And I'll have a whole I probably did that like 8 times yesterday at work. And if I would have gone through every emotional impulse I had, I would have broke my finger pushing buttons too hard, and I probably would have walked out.
Yeah.
But I was able to talk myself through it, and just all the stuff you were just saying. Remind myself about why I do this, why I'm here, and how it ain't that bad, and shit worse and all that. But to take yourself there every time when the natural inclination is to be like, shut up, rookie, or get over it, don't be a pussy. You know, and that's how I used to talk. My inner talk was horrible. This bravado
I'm
inner
so
talk.
fucking. I'm so hard on myself.
I'm so fucking.
So that's where the work has to start, because grace comes before peace.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to get peace until I learn grace.
Myself grace.
So if you can learn to give yourself grace, you'll have more peace with the internal conversation. So when you're going through, am I looking at this different? You're like, you know what? Maybe I am. So let me ask this person and that person and this person what they think before I judge myself on what I think.
Or judge them on what they.
There you go. Yep. Bible talks about a multitude of counsels, how you win wars. Right? So I don't want to be the one that's telling me right from wrong. I cannot trust myself to the point where I don't need other people. That's pride and ego. So good shit. So motivation is like the wood you throw on the fire to keep it going. Determination is the fire itself. To push through resistance and to take directed action, they're both necessary. You're going to need both. But we need to practice this more than search for this.
Yeah.
At times you'll be able to find motivation to do shit. You just cannot rely on the feeling of motivation. You know how many times I would get into recovery and not have energy, smoke a blunt, get some energy and go do something? I started to rely on the weed to give me energy. So now every time I needed energy, I start smoking weed. And I start smoking weed, and before I know it, the weed ain't giving me energy. So let me go get this 20 bag of blow real quick. So now I'm doing the 20 bag of blow in the morning, but now I'm tired at night. So now I'm getting a 20 in the morning and a 20 at night. And that's all I'm going to do until I get to the weekend. I'm going to get myself a 50. And once I get to 50, then it's the 8 ball, then I'm in the hotel.
Then you're pushing a shopping cart down the street.
If I'm lucky, I got a shopping cart and not a fucking jail cell.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky. But what I'm saying is be careful on what you're going to give you energy.
Yeah.
Because you could get addicted to a non-controlled substance that will run your life, that when you don't have it, you will actually deteriorate. A non-addict, it could be a person, it could be a lot of things that's giving you motivation, right? So motivation has zero. This has zero value if it's not coming from this. What's the point of having motivation to do the work if you got no determination from when you don't have motivation?
That's a bunch of half-ass projects and half-finished.
This is a whole, and that's why we're going to do the difference between being busy and productive next group. Because this makes us busy. This makes us productive. So this is a whole bunch of starts and not finishes. This is a whole bunch of one thing at a time until I complete it and then go on to the next project. Yes, very good. So motivation is about psyching yourself up to do something. Motivation is a feeling, and it comes and it goes. It generally comes from the outside, external forces that cause us to feel like doing something or make us feel like not doing something. You could get motivated to not do something, just like you could get motivated to do something. Anybody have a bad conversation with someone and get motivated to do dick for the day?
Oh yeah.
You know?
We're having that.
No names, please. No names. So motivation makes us feel good when it's there, and it makes us feel bad when it's not. So motivation could get you to go do shit. But when you don't have it, it's stopping you from doing shit. So we cannot rely on motivation. We must rely on determination. And determination is related to the very reason for taking action. This is the reason for taking action. What are you determined for? What is the root of you getting your life together? Or you just motivated to get your life together? That you'll do it when you feel like doing it. Because I was only motivated to get my life together. That's why I never got it together. Determination has allowed me to keep my life and build on my life. I ain't that far from y'all. I graduated treatment, 2 years ago?
Determination is to stick with it.
Determination is the decision that no matter what, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like we made a decision that no matter what, we getting drugs. That we made a decision. Our lives evolved around that decision. Maybe in the wrong direction, but it evolved into something. I'm telling you that right now.
Exactly.
If you live off motivation, you're gonna run around looking like a toddler all day.
You're not going to get anything done. You're not going to get, and that's why we don't get things done. How many times I'll do that when I feel like doing it, or I wish I could wake up with motivation. You're never going to wake up wanting to get your life together. Yeah. You know what motivated me to get my life together? This is what motivated me. Desperation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Desperation motivated me. Why? Because desperation is what? A feeling.
Yes.
Right? So desperation motivated me. So motivation will make you make a commitment.
Yeah.
Right? The desperation made me make a commitment that no matter what, I got to get this right. Right? So then the desperation is the commitment. Determination, though, is the consistency. Just because you made a commitment to get your life together does not mean you're going to make it to the fucking finish line.
No.
You got motivated to get the job.
The only way to make it to the finish line, I must run the race.
Yeah.
I made the commitment. I signed up. I got my little thing on my shirt, my numbers. I made the commitment. I'm at the start line. I made the commitment. I don't make it to the race unless I run it.
That's right.
So that's the consistency. So motivation can make you make a commitment. You want to get your life together because your fucking life sucked. Your sucky life motivated you. But now the determination is going to have to is what gets you through it.
Yeah,
Because we lose sight of how fucked up our life is really fucking quick. I don't know about you, 30 days in treatment, I forget about how fucked up shit was.
Yeah.
And now I'm walking with entitlement, and I think I'm better than, and I'm doing this, and I'm telling people how to live their life and all types of shit. When 30 days ago, I was eating out of a fucking garbage can, though.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. That pain, that desperation is motivation. It's short-lived. Once your life starts getting better, you're not going to be as desperate as you were when you had nothing. When I have nothing, I'm desperate for anything. I'll take anything. Once I start getting shit, now I'm like, oh, wait, I got options now. Now I want better. Fuck that. And that's where I would get fucked up because I would need motivation in order to keep going. I would need help with the effort. This is, we want to do energy. This is a high vibration. Motivation is a high vibration. Determination is a low vibration. Determination is something slow, something that can sustain. So for instance, success. Hear me out for a second. If you could slow your success down and minimize your success, you could actually have success every single day. If you slow it down and minimize it. Every day I find success in my day because I minimize what success is. So now I have a low vibration of success. I have a little bit each day instead of like a fucking heart monitor where I got high one day and low and then high. I don't want that kind of life. I'd rather this kind of life. So maybe I don't get those high points like some people, but I don't get the low points like people do though. I'm more here. I slowed my success down because I found success in the little things. So now every day I'm having success, believe it or not, every day I find some sort of motivation throughout the day to go at times. Would you have, someone had the hand up?
Neville Goddard said in The Strangest Secret, he said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. So if he said the kindergarten teacher that set out to be a kindergarten teacher and decided that's what she wanted to do with their life, and that's what she's doing is a success. Person working at McDonald's, if that's what they wanted to do, then they're successful. If the mother is working and that's what she wants, so if someone's doing whatever it was that they wanted to be doing, they're successful.
There's success. Bible says, do not conform to the patterns of the world, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Yes. Your definition of success might have to change. Yeah. It might have to look different. Like I tell you, I see you, Jose. I say, my success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So therefore, to me, success is a byproduct of failure learned. So in order for me to be successful, I have to fail and learn. That's it. In order for me to be successful is not the money in my pocket. That's not with my success. What determines my success is how much I can fail, how much I can learn from that failure, and how much I can keep enthusiasm to keep going. What do you got, Jose?
If you don't become successful and you did try your hardest to get there, it's better to not try than to try at all.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you're naturally talented at something and your bare minimum gets you shit, you're not successful in anything. If your bare minimum is better than most and you're not trying more, you're failing by default, even though you might be doing better than other people around you right now. That was my life. That was my life. I was a really good athlete. I was better than pretty much most people that I played with without practicing. I'm not an athlete no more. The kids that I was better than, that actually practiced, became overachievers, and a few of them made it into the major leagues. But I was better than them. Talent-wise, when we were together, I was better. What made them go further than me? The fact that they didn't rely on their natural ability, determination, and became an overcomer. So you might have the talent to do this. I think we all have the talent. How many of us are practicing our talents, though? Or we just think that our talents are enough, and when something comes about, we'll deal with it when it comes about, because I got this. Whatever you think you got, you're about to get got. Buy it. I'm telling you our shit right now. I learned that from my life. Whatever you think you have control over is already controlling you. Think you got control over the person you're dating, that person has control over you, because I'm pretty sure they're renting space in your head all day. Think you got control of your drug use, you're already fucked. Already fucked.
Amen.
Where we at? All right, 5 more minutes and then you guys can take a break. Any questions so far? So everybody's getting the difference between the two. What is the main things that you guys have taken so far? Or something you took that you didn't know beforehand? Between these two words, motivation and determination. Anything sticking out?
That I need to strive for determination more than the motivation.
Good.
Don't rely on motivation for determination. Don't
Use your
rely on
motivation to make you have determination.
Your motivation is the start.
Right.
Yes.
The fire for your determination.
The motivation will get something started. Yeah. It's the wood you throw into the fire. Determination is the fire itself. Right? Motivation is jumping cables. Very good. Very good. Which at times is cool. But you can't rely on AAA. You might have to walk your ass to the store. Right? Say it again?
It's the spark that fire.
The spark that lights the fire is determination.
For the gain.
Yes. Because determination is that spark. It's that fire inside of you. The wood thrown in. Anybody else? What's sticking out?
Vision.
Vision. Very good. Vision over effort. Vision over effort. Tension is always with motivation. So when you're searching for motivation, that means there's some sort of tension in your life. A resistance, a setback, a rejection, a no. Whatever it is, something is pulling you out. So that's the tension. So now we need help with the effort. So if I can't find motivation with the effort, I must remember why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
The part that stuck out was the weed thing, because, you know, I don't have any energy to cook, I don't have any energy to double scrub, because of almond dabs, you know?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how I am. I'm so lazy when I don't have weed, and when I have weed, I'm like doing everything I need to do.
I was with you. Natural energy. I Googled how to produce natural dopamines.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you could do. Fish oil, magnesium oil, lavender scent, walking in the sun. There's a lot of things that I had to start doing to produce natural
Shower in
dopamines.
the morning, really.
Yes.
I'm sure I can. I know I can do it.
It's going to take a little bit.
Tell
What's the point of
myself
doing
that I need that to be.
Because weed is your motivation.
Yeah, and it's happened every time I get clean, and then I get tired of being tired, and then I start doing dope.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's not just, it's all of us. Listen, what makes, I think, the enemy so good at his job is that he's just so patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so patient. So patient. And he's more comfortable in the church than he is in the club, by the way.
Yeah.
If you think just because you're in a church and you don't think Satan might be in the person sitting next to you, you're wrong. Because he knows how to maneuver in the church. He don't need to be in the club. The club is already his. I don't know about you. When I was in active addiction, I didn't have any problems with homie. It's when I wanted to start getting better that homie started lying. Listen, when I'm in the depths of my addiction, I'm good as far as with that. It's when my mind started being like, you know what? I think I might have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I want to get better. That the lies started happening. No, you can't. Nobody's going to want to help you. Look at all the things you fucked up. There's no way you're going to be able to fix your past. Those thoughts only started happening when I started thinking about doing better. Mm-hmm. I didn't have those thoughts when I wasn't thinking about doing better.
The devil.
So the enemy, if he's coming at you right now, there's a reason he's coming at you right now. It's because he wants you back. So that means you're actually working away from him. Because if he could be in the church and divide the church, he actually does more damage dividing the church than what he does in the club. Yeah. Because the church is the body of Christ. Yeah. And since we're the body of Christ, we're responsible to do things that Christ did. Make this place a better place for people. But if he's able to divide a church, a house divided cannot stand.
Yep.
He's more comfortable in church than he is in the club. So you got to be aware that when you're, that's why I'm so conscious of how I speak to myself. Because sometimes I don't know the difference between the voices. Sometimes the enemy can sound like God to me.
Yeah.
I don't know it's not God unless I walk into him. I'm like, oh, that one wasn't God. You know what I'm saying? That one wasn't. So next time I hear that shit, I know it ain't him. Yeah. Right? I know it ain't him. But God's protecting us in these things. So your conviction is an aha moment. John 1:9, believers in humble circumstances ought to take pride. Meaning that if God is humbling you right now, and you're seeing your conviction, and you're seeing your sin, you should take pride, because God is with you if you're able to see that. When I don't see that, that's when I'm disconnected from God. The Holy Spirit's job is to convict, but then change and comfort while it's happening. So a conviction from God is like this for me. I don't know about, how it is for you. He'll show me my sinful behavior. And in that moment, I don't feel less than. In that moment, I recognize what needs to get done. When the enemy is involved, when I'm convicted, I look down on myself. So that's when I know it's God and when I know it's the enemy. It's that soft voice when I'm walking. I'm like, oh, shit. You know what, God? Like, you got to show me this right now? That's when I know it's God. It's that soft, profound voice. Like, yo, you need to change this about yourself. You're saying that ain't going to work. It's that low voice. The loud voice is not God, I don't think. When someone's loud, they're weak at times.
Yes, they're a liar.
The enemy, right? The enemy wants to be loud because loud gets our attention more than quiet does.
That trips me out because like whenever I'm like spun out or tweaked out or whatever, or like other people are, they're so fucking loud, like rummaging through drawers and fucking like loud as fuck. You know what I mean? It's weird as fuck.
Yep. All right. Anybody got anything else? You guys can take. I'll see you at 10:45, and we'll finish up.